Ja. Jos, keep it up.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the season 12 of the SLR Championship. Today, round 4. We're racing in Canada. We're going to live race because we had some technical issues. As you can see, he has taken the lead from the beginning in 1:10.924. Today, guys, I'm going solo, so I have to apologize if my English is not that good. And I hope everything is better now. Just let me know if the stream quality is good, or do you have any FPS drops, so we can fix that up. Kyriakidis has set the second fastest round, Mr. D. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Hello from Madeira. Nico, welcome to our championship. I hope you enjoy yourself. So, let's see, Larson is on his out lap. Oh, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm flying solo today, so and we'll see Boosted in his hot lap. Not that good. Let's go with Vita. And Larson behind him. Just Vinny made the fastest lap, taking the provisional pole. When that's punch pole, I don't know. Wheelchair coming down the straight. It's not that good. And let's see Larson. He validated it, I think. Probably. I think everybody's gonna sit right now and wait for the end of the race. That bounce is at the 6th place. I hope Mr. D. They're both in the hot lap. Classic game for Larson. Let's see his time. Not that good. Only 16th. Let's see hits. It is going slow. Who else we have outside? That man's going slow. Skindoni. Oh! The lockup. Validated. Will the Slipstream retired, but Slipstream retired, guys. P1 and P2, tips and bads. We will see. How is the sound, guys? Or the... Oh, we have a little bit of rain. Do we have an info? on whether the race is gonna be wet or something. Anybody who's pit manager? Inters for that bunch and Crowley voice. Everybody's going for the Inters. I believe there will be a wet race. I don't know if it's gonna be a full wet, but DRS is disabled. Let's see what the top 3 will do. They have a significant gap from the 4th and 5th place. Now is the tricky part. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go to improve your lap? I don't think you will have the chance because now it's raining, so it's gonna be hard to improve because of the lower speeds, no DRS. If on today,
these are then transported to
most people retired.
to ensure they don't make their way on track. Originally called the
Let's go with Eagle Ghost. I believe we had the shortest quali ever in SLR. I haven't seen so many people retire before. If you can improve about 2/10, you can take P4.
Was the first to see the checkered flag during the 2007 Canadian Grand Prix.
I don't think that span is gonna gain any position. He's too far away in terms of time. Maybe they want to get a feeling of the wet track back in there. To see if, because I don't have info if the race is gonna be wet. So if the race is wet, so he will have an advantage. But he hasn't validated. Maybe he's waiting to see how things will go. Let's see if the others will go
It's
on.
located on the outside exit of the final chicane before the start-finish straight.
He wants to put a couple of laps under his belt, Eagle. Good thing I'm not racing today because Red Bull has a chance to get some championship points. Dempsey always says that. It always says that.
It's not just F1 cars you'll see here. Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve has previously hosted the FIA World Sports Car Championship.
So the Inters will serve as practice mode, to say the least, for the guys that haven't done a lot of practice, obviously.
By 1970, however,
Let's go with Crowley voice. He hasn't validated.
digits dating back as far as
Oh, a little bit of wobbling.
1980 respectively. Even the dominant periods enjoyed by Mercedes and Red Bull don't bring these constructors anywhere near this. March 2017.
Even with the Inters, it's a little bit slippery. Pushing sector 2.
Originally called the Ile Notre-Dame circuit after the island on which it is located. The track was
It has damage, I don't know. Doesn't seem so.
won the inaugural 1978 race at the circuit in a Ferrari.
He's going too slow. I don't know if there is a damage that we can't see.
The race circuit is on the Notre-Dame. And didn't turn until after the pit area.
22 seconds, guys, left in the clock.
Huge rectangular basin, which was created for the rowing and canoeing events of Montreal's 1976.
So, basically this is the finishing line, the finish positions in qualifying. Just Vinny on top with 1:10.767 and hit 1:10.924 and Kyriakidis with 1:10.996. All of them under 4 tenths of the second. It's gonna be interesting after the first couple of turns what happened.
Jean Alesi got the best possible in 1995 as he took his
Do you know it's gonna be a wet race or something?
call two with his Ferrari coming to a standstill.
Because I know you have inside information.
You might have noticed that there are no high-speed turns on this circuit. Any team wanting to score top points should be focusing on increasing acceleration, maximum
So here is the final results. Here the 11th with Aston Martin. And now let's wait to see what kind of race we are gonna have. Oh. Maybe we will have rain because I see some clouds, but I'm very optimistic right now. It's fine, but we'll win. Do we have safety? We will have safety cars. That's the thing. And if yes, how many safety cars? We're waiting for the players to adjust the strategies.
In the weeks leading to the Grand Prix, city officials track as many ground park they can in and around the racecourse. Illegal entrants protested to ensure they dominate their own track.
Yakiti side by side with Heat. He takes the lead. I don't see any incidents right now. Good start. Oh, a little bit of wobble from motion chip, I think. Everything seems fine right now. I don't know what happened to Silver. Maybe it has a damage. I don't see any damage. Let's go back up front. The top three are increasing the gap from P4.
The complexity of turns 1 and 2 has
They
become
are trying to increase the gap so they have the fight for their own. Danny is trying from the inside. Naiku, and he's passed. What's happening? A dive from Tipsy Bob. Somebody made a mistake on the brakes there. Vance is right behind Mr. D. And hit behind Vinny. A little bit of touch. Mr. D has the inside. He's going for the slipstream. Something wrong with the kid. Something's wrong with kid. Sorry, with Winnie. Sorry. Guys, I'm apologizing. I'm so focused on the action, I'm making mistakes on the names. It's gonna be a crazy race for the top 4 right now. Let's see how much ARS everybody has. Hit only 20%, 56%, Mr. D 75%. Whoa! Somebody's went wide. Punch went wide. Mr. D now in the first place. Miracles can happen. Mr. D is trying to put Vinny outside the DRS. I think he did it. Keyboard Magnussen is gonna attack Vinny. I don't know if there are gonna be team orders or something. Yeah, there were team orders. Keyboard Magnussen on the soft. I don't know what strategies. Any incidents will be under investigation from FIA after the race, you know that. Eagle goes attacking Punk. Keyboard Magnussen, 3-second time penalty. That's a relief for Mr. D. For now. Mr. D has to make a clean race. Skin 23, I think we are going to have a lot of penalties. Just finishing 3-second penalty. And a lot of overtaking, guys. He could. Oh, he had a touch. That's bad. That's bad. Good thing that the track is a little bit wide, so it's a little bit forgiving, but trying to attack. A lot of wobbling from the cars. I don't know if they have low. Oh my God! Crowley went wide. Everybody's trying to take advantage of everything. The DRS, the corners. And got that Vinny. He was in the action. I think the softs are on the drop point right now, because Magnussen is not gaining from Kyriakidis. Safety car! We have safety car on sector 1. Who is that? Chicken Tony. Now those on the softs are the lucky ones. Those on the softs are the lucky ones. Let's see what tactic Mr. D is gonna follow. It's too early to, in my opinion, to change for the hards. Keyboard Magnussen pitted. He's going for the mediums. I think Bad's staying out with the shots. 5 penalty for Silver. Let's see. Lepson put on the softs. I don't know what strategies the game suggested. Lawson goes for the sauce and then go for the hearts. Trying to gain as many positions as he possibly can. We will see. We will see. Yeah, he didn't pit. That's why I'm staying with him. I don't know what he's going through his mind. It was a very good chance to go for the mediums. To probably go for the two medium sets. I don't know.
At least 2031. In the 1950s,
He could have gained some positions from those that pitted after the incident he had with, I think, Crowley it was, I'm not sure, and going wide after bumping to each other. It's a very exciting race, guys, you know that. I think safety car will be in this lap, even think they will catch up the queue. Yeah, I think safety car is leaving this lap. It's not? Oh. So, let's go with Mr. D to see how he's gonna restart the race. He's going too fast for me, in my opinion. And he's off. I don't see who pitted. Wasn't you pitted? What happened? Left some 3-second penalty. A lot of penalties. I believe Ocean Chief had an incident and he had to change. Or it was drive-through. I didn't know. Ocean had a drive-through. Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, JC. Now the question is Kyriakidis will be able to open the gap between him and Vinny?
Almost half of the track, from the hairpin turn until after the pit area, runs alongside the
Vance is not gaining, he's losing. We have battles at the midfield too, but Larson 3 times penalty, 3-second penalty, sorry guys. Oh, from the outside, Naiko is overtaking Larson, Tipsy Pop overtaking Crowley. It is crazy, guys, just crazy. Vinny tried to overtake Kyriakidis, but Kyriakidis is defending. I don't know if he has a problem. And Bats with the 11th laps on tire is attacking Vinny. Bats lost the position from Keyboard Magnussen with a fresh soft. Oh! Mr. D was pushed away. Oh, guys. It was not a good thing that we saw that. Naiku, I don't know who Naiku is, so if you're gonna let me know, guys. Problem, even if he is gonna be ruling over this, Mr. D lost 9 places, so nothing is gonna give that back. That's the problem with the race. Vinny was trying to overtake Kyriakidis, and he touched Kyriakidis, so he went spinning on the last chicane. Kyriakidis now losing from the mediums that are fresher. Maybe he has to pit now and go all the way to the end. I don't know, it's just a hypothesis. Tipsy Bob, all the way to the 4th place. We think he goes right behind him. Pierce was fighting Mustard Mess. Oh, a little bit of spin from Virte. I see a lot of dives, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna be 1-2 Lipo. I don't think it's gonna be they're gonna have the FIA rulings. Are gonna be the FIA rulings, and I think we will have penalties and replacements. Easy overtake for Tipsy. Vehicle goes 2. Last repeated. He's going for the softs. Pass with the fastest lap at P16. Hit overtook Bank. So close. For the mediums, yes. I think if nothing else happens, we will go all the way to the mediums till the end. Nico, 3 second penalty. Bunch with fresh mediums, for lap old mediums is going after silver. Did you ever go? Silver lost it. Ocean Chief. Didn't they have the spin or something? I'm trying to find a good fight. Everybody's about 1 second from each other. Virtual safety car. I think because of Hilde, that was very slow. Virtual car. Ended. He again spitted. It has problem with damage. Yes. It's good for the source. Is he gonna use 2 swords? I don't know, guys. If he had damage, that's why he was not catching up. Now he can close the gap between him and Silver. Caution sector 2. Silver is out. And we don't have a safety car. Option painted
City officials try as many
or new.
rounds as they can.
What new? It was a drive-through. Sitting under safety car, probably. Finish ban? Oh, yeah, it's gonna be very busy, guys. Don't see any damage, but with this car, you don't know if there is damage or not. Just trying to overtake before the end of the straight. He does it.
Which is located. The trial
He will go speeded. He again is setting the fastest lap, 1:12.886. Let's see if it because we let him pass, or they are on the same pace. He again is now will have the DRS, but Ignitos will not. Are they both gonna overtake Vinny? That's the question now. Ooh! Vinny 3 second time penalty. Yeah, they both overtook him. The softs give a better grip, better speed. Better exit. Frank lost the place from Bunch. Probably is 21 lap old mediums. I don't know when he's gonna pit. Of course. He has no second penalty. I didn't expect that. He will probably be on P2. Do you think we're gonna have a second safety car? With a 3-second penalty. Because the track is unforgiving. Even if you touch some lines. Oh! Nice exit from Kyriakidis, easy overtake. We had a good camera coverage. Gifford Magnussen, 3-second penalty, he scored to 6 seconds. We have a lot of penalties on this track because the limits are not consistent. Do you think we're gonna have a second safety car? Always possible. And 3-second penalty too. Going to 6 seconds. Giannis overtakes Repson and going after Crowley. He lost his position from Bunch. And he's gonna try. No. For Inters. Probably he went in for the front wheel. We have raindrops, but I don't know if it is so wet that can justify the Inters. Nego went for the Inters. Eagle pitted, so probably Kyriakidis will pit on the next lap. They didn't do the double stack. And now we have Tipsy Bob with 19 lap old mediums in second place. And these things stay as they are, we'll take P1. The Red Bulls have recovered from being on the last place. Let's see how this will work out. Russell's on the softs. Sector 1. Still there? Okay. Oh! We saw that. Ocean and Vinny bumping on each other. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very busy. Buster's mess is fighting Larson and the two Red Bulls are coming from behind, wanting to devour the opposition. Mr. D went from the inside. What happened? Buster's mess is out. He again took the opportunity to overtake his team to the kill course. Yeah, Kiris, I think he's closing the gap from Larson. Larson got the back of Punk. Does anybody know if we are gonna have heavy rain on Vinny? 3 more penalties, 3 more seconds, sorry. Sector 1, safety car! And now everything starts over. We have safety car. Drives with penalty for keyboards. A lot of penalties, guys. Band is losing places, I don't know why. He went outside. Larson ignored the yellow flag. Only 5 people don't have penalty from the grids. Only 5 people. So the gaps are gonna close now. The keyboard will have to go for a drive-through after the safety car. So Everybody's gonna win one place at least. There are not that much penalties made. Russell will see if he can manage to stay close enough to get positions. I'm sure he's gonna gain one position because of keyboard that has drive-through and everything is gonna be between him and Eagle Ghost that has a 3-second penalty. One more lap, the safety car will be out. Then he started in pole position and he managed to get himself 12 points in penalties. I don't know what happened, maybe the pace wasn't good enough. I think Crowley and Vinny will catch up the queue at the end of this lap, so I think we're gonna have race either way because it's 33 out of 35 laps. So the safety car will be in this lap, but no matter what. So we can have 2 clean laps of racing. And the thing is, is gonna be Kyriakidis able to get P4? That's the question right now. Because Larson and Park have 8 and 6 second penalty. So the keyboard has drive-through. It's a lot to take in. And we have bumps. Don't you have your charger? We have 2 laps to go. Let's see Nigo when he run for your charger. That's why. And he's off. Nigo started racing. People right behind him. Keyboard is pushing, but he has to do the drive-through. Oh, he lost it. What happened? That was... Yeah, it's gonna be very, very... What are these driving standards? DT is drive-through. A mere massacre right up to the end. I think Prix is gonna have a lot of reports. Let's go for the last turn. Naiko in front and Tipsy right behind him. Tipsy will be the winner, even though Naiko is gonna finish first. Because of the penalties, Kit is gonna be probably second, and then we will see. So, for now, Tipsy, Hit, Naiko, Larson, Punk, Iagidis P5, Virte, Virte in 6th place, Punk, Ocean Chief, the P8 position that we talked about, Bunch, 9th, Driver of the day, Larson. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Larson or Tipsy? This is your winner, guys. He is P because of the penalties. He is P because of the penalties. Although we don't know if the standings are gonna last because of the FIA penalties that will probably go. So we have Tipsy Bob, Kid, Naiko, Larson, Kyriakidis, Virte, Punk, Ocean Chief, Bunch, Boosted Mess, Eagle Ghost, Vinny, Crowley Boys, Keyboard Magnussen, Lepson, and Tilde, Silver, Skim Donny, DNF'd. This is the final standings. I hope you enjoyed the race, guys. I was alone today. I hope you forgive me for everything, for any bad calls. So, are we gonna have anybody for interviews? I don't think so. In your opinion, what was the driver of the day? It was Larson or Tipsy? Okay, we have kids that will join us in the interviews. Hello there. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Wow, what a race.
Too many penalties?
No, I managed to survive without any penalties somehow. But
Yes, but in front of you, you had the keyboard with drives on the last 2 laps. I don't
yeah,
know
that
how he
was
managed
really
that.
unlucky. I was really unlucky for him. On the penultimate lap, I black screened and dropped a few positions. I don't know what happened, but well played to Tipsy. He somehow he managed to keep it out there without any penalties as well, and on the track in those dodgy conditions. So well played.
I have to ask you something. You were behind Vini and Kyriakidis when you were the top three. What happened between them? They tried to go in the last chicane side by side, and the Kyriakidis spun.
Yeah, one of them went. I'm pretty sure one of them just went out wide, so I got past him, and then I got the other on the DRS. So I'm not actually too sure what happened exactly, but after the straight, I was ahead of both of them. So win-win.
What about the weather? Did you expect that to be so wide in order for you to use the inters?
I mean, for me, the engineer was telling me that from the start it was 10 minutes away. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold it out, and then it ended up coming right at the end. Caught everyone off guard, I think, but I'm very happy I managed to get P2 off that, especially after that first incident. Early doors, but
I have seen that the pit manager in the game cannot be trusted. It says 10 minutes and it can be like 2 minutes or 20 minutes.
yeah, exactly.
So, did you have an alternative strategy if the rain didn't come?
Yeah, well, I was meant to go. Obviously, I had that incident earlier, which put me behind, so I went straight onto the mediums. I was just going to go on softs till the end if the rain didn't come, but when I heard it was coming, I was like, okay, I'm going to stick on the mediums until the inters, and it somehow worked. Managed to scrape P2 out of it.
Very good race, very solid race. You didn't get any penalty. That's an achievement in this race.
Yeah.
You have unlocked an achievement. So,
Yeah.
kudos to you, mate. And
Thank
I
you very
hope you
much.
do better for the next round, which is.
Should be back. Oh God.
Well,
What is the
you
next
don't-
one?
What England, Silverstone.
Oh, Great Britain. It's my home. It's my home race, so we're gonna do good there.
Okay, I expected to see you that on the track. Have fun. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very
And
much.
again, congratulations on your position.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Bye. So, we're gonna have Tipsy. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Sorry. How are you, Tipsy?
I'm recovering, Babu. How are you?
I'm trying to do the stream as enjoyable as possible. We had a lot of races today between you guys. I saw you staying clean in order to avoid the penalties. And we had people cheering for you today.
Yeah, man. That's excuse me. Sorry, I'm just recovering after a flu, Babu. But
No problem.
yeah, I mean, look, I haven't seen the live chat in the stream yet, Babu, but I am expecting that people will probably be saying I was like the ultimate sandbagger or something, right? But I just want to relay anyone that was, talking to me in the Discord on the lead up to this race. I was not lying when I said I effing hate this track. I am really, really, really crap at it. And I spent 15 laps, I think was 2 days ago in TT, and I left in frustration. I just alt and F forward. I hate this track so much. It's also been a very bad track for Bance, and we've been teammates. We've been teammates for many, many, many years in 2S as well as now here. And so we were telling people, I think if you remember the interview last week with Bance, when they were asking him how did he feel about Canada, he wasn't really that excited about it. And you can see why. We don't like this track. However, Babu, fast forward to the actual race. I went in there, just decided that, look, I'm going to just do whatever I can. I know I'm pretty consistent and I'm pretty clean, and I think I've got a good race. I wouldn't say IQ, a good race mindset of how to pace myself over a distance of a race.
Yes.
And so I thought, right, it's going to start on the softs, or sorry, I'm going to start dry. Wet races is my Achilles heel. So I thought, right, it's going to start dry. I'll stick on the dries and run to the wet and see what happens. Everyone, I think, seen them sticking on mediums and hards, which I was surprised at. I put on the softs, and basically, Babu, all I did the first stint before the first pit stop, or before the first safety car, was I just paced myself behind the guy in front. I made sure I stayed close to whoever it was I was behind, right? Not too close, because there was quite a lot of battles in front of me. And so the way I worked at Babu was, I'll sit back just a little bit to give myself what I can. Well, yeah, I stayed within DRS, but it's what I call like a crash distance.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, a lot of guys will fight tooth and nail for every single position in every lap, which isn't really a very efficient way of racing. And because people will fight and get caught up in incidents, I don't want to be so close that I get caught up in that as well. So I always give myself this kind of crash distance gap, stay within DRS, but just sit there. And Babu, that's what was happening. There was people were just killing each other. Well, I wouldn't say killing each other, but people were so close to each other. And then if one guy made a mistake, the other guy behind got caught out, and the guy behind got caught out. Yeah. So then I was able to just cruise past like two guys in one corner. Plus, I did have the soft, so that's basically what was happening, Babu. And then the safety car came out, and excuse me. The safety car came out, and I was waiting to see what happened. I wanted to get off the softs. Bance didn't pit. I just decided to go in, just gamble, because I was going to stay out as well. I thought, look, let's split the strategy here, because I don't want to be both of us right behind each other going into the pits. I went into the pits on the mediums, and then it was just the same thing, Babu. It was just basically follow, pick people off if they make a mistake, follow. But I'm getting near the end, Babu. I'm getting near the end.
No problem. I don't have a problem with that.
So I in the first stint, I was catching wee Crawley, right? I was catching Crawley, and Crawley was struggling in some corners, turn 2 specifically, turn 3 and 4, turn 5 actually as well. He was under the bridge. He was struggling. He would break a little bit deep into the hairpin, and so I knew that I was, more consistent than Crawley, so overall I could be quicker, but it just was difficult to pass him because he was fighting a lot. And so I went for a first move on him, I think, on the back straight, and he really, really fought it. I've held back. Then he fought it the second time, but I held on and held it. Then the safety car came out. Then I pitted. Then I found myself fighting Crawley again. Crawley was again really fighting it hard. So I decided, and I think it worked, so I might be just giving away some old school tricks here that the top boys use. I basically would suck him dry, and bear with me, I would suck him dry off his ERS. I'm just going to push him and make him use his battery because he kept deploying. So he deployed a lot on the final DRS or the final back straight, and then I got past him. Anyway, Babu, fast forward to the very end. So the very end happened. The safety car came out, quite a lot of luck there. I would say if the safety car didn't come out, Heat was probably going to catch me because I think I'm correct. I think Heat uses traction control. If he doesn't, forgive me. But, I mean, I'm not going to stop those guys in the wet race at the end of a wet race in Canada. So I was pretty much setting myself that I'm going to finish P3. That's what I had in my mind. Then the safety car came out. I thought, ho, safety car, I've got a chance here. The guy in front of me's got a time penalty. Heat doesn't, but the guys behind him have a time penalty. I might get P2 here. Again, I was totally expecting...
Keyboard in the safety car go to the drive-through.
Yes, the keyboard got a drive-through, but I'd like to point out, and if he is listening, that whenever that safety car came out, I was prepared to take P2. I had accepted he was going to win this race because I wouldn't have caught him in with if he does have traction control. And then the race took off. Off we went. I was warming my tires quite well. I was just with the brake, and then Naiku took off. I thought for a minute I actually touched Naiku, but I mustn't have because there would have been a penalty. But anyway, off he went. I kept up with him, and I almost lost it at turn 2 on the traction. I held on to it. I seen Heat was just there. He was back, so I kept nice and wide for him. Navigated around 3 and 4, and then whenever I looked behind, I didn't see Heat, so I thought, shit. I thought, damn it, something happened to Heat, because it would have been nice if he did get. I think he got hit out by someone, and so I think at least the podium would have been just for him. But then lap 34, I'm getting there, Babu, I'm getting there. Lap 34, I decided, right, Naiku is really struggling big time. I'm not. I'm going to try and do it on track. So I went for a potential move, but he deployed like crazy. And I thought, right, I am not risking this potential race 1 on the final lap if I've got no penalties. I think I only got 1 warning, and this guy is clearly wanting to do it on track. Fine, let him go. So I just held back, stay within a second, and basically just went round to the end. And as soon as, whenever I knew I was going to win it, Babu, with the last couple of corners, I honestly felt really crap, because I have honestly expected to take a major loss today. And then Chief wrote before the race, and then I'll shut up, right? Chief wrote before the race, cue Bob to win Canada, right? And I said in response, 100% honestly, no sandbagging, like legit, I 100% will not win Canada. So when I crossed the line and won Canada, I do not understand this freaking game, man. The tracks where I'm really good at, I don't win. Tracks that I hate and I'm rubbish at, I somehow win. So I don't know.
Like Silverstone, the next race. Silverstone is another hit or miss track for me. I've had some good results, have some bad results, but alas, I'm going in there expecting a loss. In fact, let me say it now in advance, and then I will shut up. I love Baku, right? I love that track. Me too, man.
I love Baku, right? I expect to get a top 5 at least in Baku. I bet you I crash out. I absolutely love Singapore. I've won, I think I went from last to first in 1-2S race many, many years ago in Singapore. I love Singapore. I bet you I crash in Singapore. So anyway, I don't know, man. I've spoken off. I see other guys are waiting. So
the thing I have to say is that overall you did a solid race, because you had your game right. You try to avoid any incidents involving you. Let them crash, and I will pass them. That's the logic behind it. And you stayed free of penalties. That's a big achievement today, because I believe only 4 people didn't get any penalties until last lap.
yeah. Well, as I said to Bance, I was in BC with Bance and Boosted, right? And we weren't really talking. None of us like to talk when we're doing VC anyway, racing. We just pretty quiet. But before the race, I said to Bance and Boosted, because we were all feeling pretty crap about this race, I said, look, we have to accept we're probably not going to get very high here. All we can focus on is getting 0 penalties. That's it. If we get 0 penalties, we'll do well. And I think that ultimately that's why I finished where I finished, Babu, is because I just got no penalties. That's all it was.
It's one of the reasons, of course. And again, congratulations on your win. Even though it was after the penalties, it doesn't matter to me. The front guy should be more aware of the penalties.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not something you did. You kept your head down and you took the race. Again, congratulations. I have fans here cheering you up, like Kopi and JC in the chat.
Yeah.
So you can thank them again in Silverstone.
Yeah. Well, they're a good bunch. They're good guys in SLR. I know a lot of them very well for a long time. And it's just a pleasure being in SLR with a lot of these guys. Although I like to compete in Tier 1 because I just like the authenticity of no assists. I can't compete with those guys, but I just think that everybody here is just brilliant. I just really like racing in SLR, but I don't like getting penalties when I don't deserve them. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off. See you later, lads.
See you later, mate. Again, congratulations on your win. So, we're gonna have Birte.
Het begin van de stream.
Birte,
Hello.
how are you?
Very good, thank you.
How did you feel about the race?
It was interesting. Made a few mistakes at the beginning, and drove at the back of the pack for a while. But then the rain came, and then everything changed.
Did you think you had the pace for the wets?
For
For intermediates,
the wet-
sorry. For the intermediates.
Intermediates went fairly well, I think. But I was driving on the hards at the beginning of the race, and there definitely I didn't have the pace, especially at the end of the stint.
Did the safety cars help you out?
Yes, definitely. It really helped, especially in the rain when we were close together, and with the crash in the chicane left-right, that definitely helped a lot.
Would you change anything in your strategy now that you have the result from the race? Would you change anything in your strategy or the way you approach the race?
Yeah, I might have went for a tire change pit stop in the first safety car situation. I didn't, and that was a gamble. I think in the end it wasn't too bad, but I might have been ending higher than I did now.
A lot of penalties today. What do you have to say about that?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
A lot of people had penalties today.
Yes. Yeah, it's really a track full of danger of getting penalties. I got a few myself for track limit, so 3 seconds in total.
Do you believe it's the way the guys racing, or it's the track limits of the game?
I think it's people living on the edge, trying to find as much time as possible, and going over. And then, of course, there are the incidents that happen. But I think it's really people driving on the limits, and as they should.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on you finishing, and I hope to see you do better in Silverstone the next week.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best.
Bye.
Bye bye.
And now we're gonna have the star Eagle Ghost. Eagle, good evening.
Good evening, Babulas.
How was your race?
What did you see of my race?
No, what I see is different from what you are seeing.
Well, I think I had a pretty good race until we almost decided to go 4 wide in turn 1 in one of the first laps, in lap 6 or something. There, I got tapped, I think.
I saw you going wide over there. You were back at P10 or something, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, P8, I think, something like that, or P7.
But after that, you were catching up with you and Kyriakidis. You were racing each other and the opponents. You were using the tug of war strategy. I will tag you with the DRS and you will tag me.
Yeah. Yeah, we needed to get back ahead at the top, but then
what happened in the last lap? I think that you were behind Kyriakidis, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and all of a sudden I saw you last. I didn't have time to switch to the cameras.
You'll probably can check it after the race in the reports. But I overtook that Benz and Kyriakidis in one turn. That looked so awesome. I was so happy because they were fighting. And then in turn 6 or 7, the chicane to the left, right, in second sector, there Kyriakidis braked way too late, and he tapped that band at the back, and then that band
Hitting you.
hit me, yeah, and then I was out. So
It's a narrow track in the corners. I don't think the cars can be side by side for a long period of time.
yeah, I think
Especially in sector 2, I don't think the turns have the ability to carry out two cars at the same time.
yeah, that's why I was happy. I overtook them both, and they were not even side by side with me. So, but Kyriakidis just missed his braking point there. But yeah, that it can happen. I was not really happy with that, but yeah, it can happen. What I was less happy about was there was a virtual safety car, and I thought it was a full safety car, so that's why I pitted for the softs already. And I got a drive-through for that. But when I went into the pits, my delta was green. So the game actually just decided to give me a drive-through for no reason.
No, there is a. I think I haven't done any research on that yet, but I think when there is a virtual safety car and you're coming off the pitch, you have to lift your. You don't have to press the throttle, because it gives you automatically a drive-through, because it responds like you accelerating. I have seen this occasion multiple times in other situations when you get outside the pit limiter, when you disable the pit limiter and you go to the track, then you get the drive-through. I don't know.
Yeah, but I got the drive-through when I went into the pits. That's the moment where I got the drive-through already. So
Nice game.
yeah.
You should report this to EA to fix it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it and report it to Codemaster because.
Would you change anything in your race after what happened, and you have a knowledge of whatever happened in the race? Would you change your strategy, your approach, or something?
Yeah, my strategy normally was just medium softs, and there seemed to be a really good strategy. But then the virtual safety car came, and yeah, that was on lap 18, I think, and I wanted to go to lap 20 on the mediums and then on the softs for 15 laps. And if there was some rain, those softs would really help because at the end they're a bit hard to drive. But so my strategy was kind of okay, I think, if I didn't get that drive-through. And yeah, I think I really got the pace today, and maybe I think I really could have got on a podium if I didn't have those collisions and the drive-through.
Despite the fact that you spun, did the second safety car help out a little bit or something?
Oh yeah, there was a safety car.
Until lap 33.
No, not really, because then I was already on the Inters, so there was no point of pitting again, because then I would lose only more place and my tires are still pretty okay, so.
I don't think anybody would pit at that point.
No, indeed.
Even if the tire were at 90% degradation, I don't think anybody would pit.
No.
So, but it helped close the gaps between players.
Indeed, and well, let's say I only got 3 seconds time penalty because I heard from AR Gamer that some guys had 6 seconds in the front, so.
9.
And 9. Oh, I didn't even know that. So I really could have gotten points, but then I got taken out by Kyriakidis, so.
Keyboard Magnussen got a drive-through under safety car. Keyboard Magnussen got a drive-through penalty under the safety car, the last safety car.
Oh,
That's
maybe
why.
he got the same issue as me. Who knows?
Anyways, what's your plans for Silverstone in the next race?
I don't know. I'm reserve driver, so
I can
but I
give you
hope
my
everyone.
place, but I love England. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Unless
So
something happens to me, you will race in my place again, and you will have a chance to give Red Bull some points instead of me finishing last.
all right. I'll try. If
Okay.
not someone else reserves, of course. Yeah.
Thank you very
We'll
much for
see.
your time. I really enjoyed watching you race again. I hope to see you
Yeah.
again
Thank you.
soon. And have a good night.
Thank you, man. You too, Babelos.
Right. So, this is the end of our stream today. I hope you enjoyed the race. I hope you liked what you saw. And if you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe and press the notification bell to get notified when we go live for the next race, which is tomorrow at 7:30 CET. Until the next time, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, have a good time,